Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. I am a woman on a mission to help you get the Zettelkasten of your dreams on your work table beside you. Well, we're on the second option of how to organize your Zettelkasten. We're going to cover 3 possible options for organizing your Zettelkasten that will affect the numbers that you will give your Zettelkasten down the road when we get to card numbering. We want the philosophy first because that's the whole point of a pre-Zettelkasten, is that we can think about the choices without at the same time having to learn mechanics, because in reality, a Zettelkasten is a thought process that happens to leave physical cards in its wake. So this time we're going to talk about another option, something that I call foundation cards. I can't claim that I'm the inventor because I am not a historian of the Zettelkasten. And for that reason, I cannot tell you definitively that I am the one who came up with this. All I can tell you is that I don't know anyone else who's doing them, but that doesn't prove anything. Nevertheless, my goal isn't for some kind of recognition. My goal is to help you get the Zettelkasten of your dreams on your work table beside you. And so I'm going to share with you how I use foundation cards. And I think I said at the outset that I use all 3 of these methods in different places in Zeek here, my Zettelkasten. So without further ado, come on over to the down-facing camera and I'll go over what I mean by a foundation card and how they can be used to organize your Zettelkasten if categories don't appeal to you. See you over there. Okay, here we are in the second option, foundation cards. We're going to begin with the key question that governs everything in the Zettelkasten. Is there a conversation your new card would like to join? We began with the same answer as with categories. If your card has a conversation it wants to join, you're done. Your card number will come from your conversation, and that will be true no matter what option you choose. Your card number is going to come right out of the conversation. I promise you it will be effortless. Then we've also got a no answer like we had before. And if there's no place whatsoever for your new card to have a conversation in your Zettelkasten, then your card number is going to come from a new foundation. And we'll see what that means very, very soon. But we also have a new choice, maybe. Now, what do you mean whether a new card maybe wants to join the conversation? Well, it might be a little timid. It might feel it needs an introduction. It needs someone to go along with it, so it will have the courage to join the conversation. Say, for example, you have a fascinating bit of information about a sea mollusk, and you're just, this cute little creature just fascinates you entirely, and you go to your Zettelkasten and, you've got a main card for marine life, but to go from all of marine life to your cute little sea mollusk, he might be afraid to join that conversation. But if there was a bridge that took it down a little bit to a cozier group, then it would have all the courage it needed to join the conversation. So maybe it would like to join. It's time to answer the question, what on earth is a foundation card that can do these crazy things? Well, first of all, a foundation card is a main card. That's the big thing that makes it different from a category. It's a main card in its own right. Well, we know something about it right away. Just because it's a main card, we know that it has a thought or an idea, it has your reaction, and it has a tagline that's going to bring the whole card back to memory. Well, all right. But now what makes it different from a regular main card? Well, a foundation card is a main card that directs the shape of your Zettelkasten. Holy smokes, what does that mean? If your new card needs a parent, the job of a foundation card is to give your new card the parent that it needs. That's what it's going to do. Its job is to provide a conversation that your new card can join. Remember, in categories, we didn't have to have a conversation the new card could join. If it didn't have a conversation already, we'd slap it into a category. That doesn't mean it joined a conversation. That just means it got its card number from the category. It's still sitting there with no conversation to join. A foundation card is different because a foundation card says, don't worry, little guy, I'll be your conversation. You can join a conversation with me. Well, then how's that going to link into the rest of your Zettelkasten? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's either going to have a conversation that it can join, or maybe it's going to launch a whole new field. Let's take our little sea mollusk example. Well, there's sort of a conversation that it could join because, after all, marine biology does fit with the concept of your sea mollusk. But remember, we've got two taglines, and the marine biology tagline might be something like, the ocean provides a vast array of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of species. And the tagline for your sea mollusk might be, oh, the sea mollusk is one of the cutest little things that I have ever seen in my life. And that tagline seems a little small for the size conversation that it wants to join. And so the foundation card could confidently add to the marine life by saying something like, sea mollusks are an important category of marine life. There are many varieties. Some of them are quite interesting. Okay, that card had the courage to join the marine biology conversation. And now your new little sea mollusk card is very excited because it's very comfortable joining your new foundation card because it's a sea mollusk and it is interesting and it fits that conversation. You see how that works? You needed a double jump. Maybe going from marine biology to marine mollusks might be too hard. And you might feel like, that's already a little bit of a jump. Well, your foundation card could ask for a foundation card of its own. Marine biology can be roughly divided into vertebrate and non-vertebrate creatures. Ta-da! Now he's broken it down nicely so that the mollusks are a non-vertebrate creature that belongs in marine biology. And then suddenly those guys, so you had to do maybe 2 foundation cards to get something small enough for your new card. So it forms stepping stones. Maybe you only need 1 stepping stone. Maybe you need a couple. But there's yet one more case. What if you didn't have anything in the world in your Zettelkasten on marine biology? Your foundation card might launch a whole new field. Then again, you probably wouldn't want to launch your whole new field from a cute little sea mollusk. You might want to first have a foundation card for marine biology, and then a foundation card for vertebrates versus invertebrates, and then you might want a foundation card for mollusks, and then your little sea mollusk fits in. So you might have any number of stepping stones, even going all the way back to setting up a whole new field. Okay, so what's fundamentally different about foundation cards is first that they're main cards and they carry on conversations in their own right. They have a tagline that's part of a conversation and they're eager to join conversations already existing in your Zettelkasten and new cards that otherwise would be orphans. And the other thing to notice about foundation cards is you pretty much can build them as you need them, or you can survey your reading plan for the coming month or 6 months or year and set up foundation cards to build out your reading plan. They can be used at your discretion, added when you want, and can always see to it that every card in your Zettelkasten is a part of a conversation. Those are the main advantages of a foundation card. But we still got one more group to look at, and that's the organic method. Talk to you later.